Hello, fellow engineers. Did you ever wonder how I went from 0 subs to 200 and something thousand? Yeah, so did I. This might surprise you. It wasn't just my devilish good looks. Did not sell my body on the internet. Although looking at that computer screen, why is everything blurred? But this is YouTuber's life. OMG. And I thought, as I've done a few civil engineering games and compared that to real life civil engineering, I thought it might be good to do my other job and compare YouTube to a YouTube video game. Let's get involved. Right, so first off, there was about 32 years from where I was born to where I started YouTube. But we'll skip over that. And our story starts on the 4th of June, 2020. I woke up one morning with a feeling of, what do I want to look like? Do I want to be male or female? So I decided to be male that morning, and a sunburnt male at that.
Well, Patrick, how do I look?
I decided to do my hair in this sort of style, and my eyes were big and brown.
Look deep into my eyes. Subscribe to me.
My beard was probably more like this at the time, but because COVID happened, it wouldn't be long until it looked like this. And you'd think, being a civil engineer, I'd wear a smart jumper and shirt combo, but no, you're wrong. I am the GOAT. I had that passion, the greatest of all time, and I was going to use it. I was going to show the world. And then pants. I don't actually wear pants.
No amount of therapy will ever make this moment okay.
So we'll just go with those for now. And aside from the hard hat, that is me on June the 4th, 2020. So some of you might think this would be the one to describe me, and others think I'm actually just trying to be this. But on the 4th of June 2020, this is where I was heading. Now you can tell by my lack of sleeves, I probably should be in fashion, but no. It was gaming that piqued my interest that day, even though I'm quite capable of cooking, and I do dabble in the odd bit of music. So my name is Matt, and my channel is Real Civil Engineer. Right, so I woke up in the morning, and I was like, nope, not going to work today. Called in sick. Step 2, I took a look at my equipment. I had a modern computer, an awesome webcam, and one of the, oh my god, I have not seen one of those mics in bloody years. I forgot they existed. And of course, I looked around, I looked on the internet, and I was like, what do all good YouTubers do? They clickbait. Ray still plays. Dead what?
Nice.
Alright, we're just about to start our video. So of course, what do? I make a funny. And then here we are in our editing suite. I knew this was the make or break of any good video. So of course I'm using the world-renowned Final Premiere Lite. Of course, I grabbed my 2 clips that I recorded. I put them in the wrong order because I don't want to be predictable. You want to be unpredictable with your editing. And you've got to add some soft focus. You don't want people to see what you look like. Not on the first video. And then we add a title over the top, and job's a good one. Render that bad boy. And would you believe it? Look at that video quality. All right, so thank you, Gray. We're going to be using your name as a platform. And wow, this is our first view. Oh my god. People are loving it. Look at the views. So obviously the YouTube algorithm could see I had something special. I hit 100 views. My channel only just existed, but the power of clickbait was so compelling. However, it was now nighttime and I knew I had to go and study. Yes, study. All right, so we've come back from our day of studying. I'm going to assume studying means engineering, just doing my day job. And I thought to myself, you know what? I want to make another video. So I went over to my gaming shelf. I decided to pick another game. Obviously, I only owned one game, which at the time was Polybridge. So we fired up Polybridge. We decided to make another gameplay video. We're just going through the campaign, keep it simple to start. Now, obviously, my first video was a hit. I knew I could use the Grey Still Plays name over and over and over, but I didn't want to overdo it. So my next video, I went for a bit of a big headline. What if Grey Still Plays stopped playing? Now this next video was a big one. It was going to take 15.8 hours to render. So as I hit the render button, my girlfriend came in and she had a go at me. She was like, Matt,
you gotta eat and you gotta sleep.
I was like, bollocks, you're right. First I'll sleep. And then when I've got the strength, I shall eat. All right, so I woke up the next morning, made the bed. I was like, I'm going to go grab some food. I'm only half full of cake. I need to be completely full. So I went to the fridge. Thankfully, my girlfriend had made me lunch that day. Scoffed that down. And I noticed my second video was up into the world. People were enjoying it. Look at that like to dislike ratio. Lovely. So with that in mind, I decided to go back to work. Came home from a long day of work. It was now dark. But I was like, if I want this, I'm going to have to push. And then while I was having this thought, it appeared the sun rose. It was now light again. I was like, sod it. Let's go shopping. Let's get a new game. So I hopped on my internet browser, and knowing that I don't really care whether a company pays tax or not, I headed to Amazing On. Now, engineering games were a bit in short supply, so I decided to have a look at the latest releases, and this brought me to League of Giants. Now, obviously, I had to wait for League of Giants to arrive. Oh, and then it magically arrived. So I headed back to my shelf, and there she was, League of Giants. The popularity was so high, I could feel this was going to be the next big hit for my channel. This could be the stepping stone that leads me to success. Now, being a new game, I didn't want to lose my old audience. So I was like, I'll keep with the same sort of style, just gameplay. And I knew the clickbait had to be good this time. Is Grey Still Plays actually grey? And then I was back in Premier Light, editing my footage, turning it into something magical. Now, whilst that was rendering, I noticed my girlfriend had gone a bit nuts with the old decorations. It was getting on my tits a bit, so I decided, sod this, I'm going back to work. Can't put up with this crap anymore. Turns out I was so distracted by those flowers, I'd worked through the night. So as soon as I got home, I went straight to bed, missed the entire day, and decided, sod it.
Let's make another video.
And this process sort of repeated for 3 or 4 more days, which included Grey Still Plays name reveal, Grey Still Plays, Grey Still Plays with steel, Grey Steals plays, live theatre stolen, Grey Still Plays, and trying to hack the algorithm by using the YouTube algorithm by using all the keywords I can in a single title such as grey. And then at this point, my girlfriend came back in, but I managed to just ignore her. She can't control me. I'm going straight to work. Screw you. And then I did a full day at work. I was like, no, I'm going to go sleep in my single bed. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Oh, no, she got me. Oh, she gave me a hug. Oh, yes, that's right. I was completely misremembering. She was actually really proud of me. She said, congratulations and keep up the good work and stuff. But we still slept in separate rooms. We were going through some issues. And with the motivation of a hug, I thought it was about time to invest into my own gaming skills. And just like every other game, my real life has a gaming tech tree. I knew the way to get my video into more people's hands was to work on my impressions on YouTube. So for my next YouTube video, it wasn't going to be gameplay. I was going to be doing my first ever impression. I knew I had to target a specific niche. So I thought I'd go with attacking the Welsh, do an impression of him, and the video would be Welsh people hate him. So I sat down on my computer, I did my formal greeting, I did it in Welsh. Ora da, you see those 2 houses over there? Mine's the one in the middle. Now, I didn't mean this to be funny, but it came off as funny. It's just how I am. I went to give some advice, but because I was still in the Welsh accent, it came off as a funny critique. Next, it was time to edit my 3 clips in Final Premier Light again. I was going to keep with my age-old technique of adding a title and some soft focus. My video did good, but with Wales being the small country it is, the interest was quite low. However, I didn't let this bother me. I was back off to work, where I'd speak to the Scottish fella a few desks down and study his accent, ready for my next impression video. And thankfully, when I returned home from work, I'd just been monetized. I could finally make some money from my YouTube videos. I was well on the path to success. I had a quick nap, grabbed some food out the fridge, and it was time to do another first impression, this time of a Scottish person. The Scottish cosh hate him. So I sat down at my desk again, this time with my Scottish work colleague, stood in the background, providing me moral support. Aye, you wee shites. I don't know whether drink I brew up, but fast. Oh, I'm sorry, Scott. But it was time to edit my Scottish masterpiece. And this time I wasn't going to do soft focus, it was time to grade some colours. Now it seemed the Scots were mightily offended. My interest had gone lower than 1 of the last video to a full-on 0. My girlfriend came flying in, had a fat old go at me. Her Scottish colleague at work had seen the video, hadn't she? Bloody hell. I was like, sod this, I'm going to cheer myself up with some shopping. Back on Amazing On it was. I was very torn between 2 of the latest releases, because to me, they looked identical, but Broken Words and Planet of the Beast, they were different. I just had to pick wisely and make sure I didn't mess this up. So being the cheapskate I am, I chose the cheap one. Meanwhile, it was time for an apology video. But then I realised, no, the real reason the last 2 videos have failed, it wasn't because I offended people, it's because I'd forgotten to use clickbait. So my Scottish colleague, Billy, he was still waiting for me around. I think that might be a woman, actually. But anyway, this is Billy. He was like, come on, Matt, we're going for a rave. We gotta get out of here. I've got my rave glasses ready. Let's get it on. I was like, I'm sorry, Bill. I got games to play. My new game just arrived. I was like, Bill, my man, just wait there. I'm gonna have a quick nap, record a quick video on my new game. I could see him behind me. His mouth was twitching. It was getting rather distracting. So distracting that I forgot to do a formal greeting. Absolutely cocked it up. Thankfully, I knew I could use comedy to get myself out of the situation before ending on a funny critique to really seal the video. I knew this was going to be a hit. And then whilst I started doing the editing, It hit me. No, like, ow, ow. It actually hit me. A spark. Can you see the sparks right at the screen? My computer's broken. I still added my title. But anyway, another 16-hour render wouldn't hurt anyone. At this point, the sparks were getting... At this point, the sparks were getting a bit out of control. But I knew if I just stuck to my guns, things would be okay. I shed a tear as a spark hit me in the eye and decided it was time for bed. Sorry, Billy. It would go raving when I wake up. Promise. So I woke up the next day. Billy was still there. My computer, while still sparking, still appeared to be alive. So there's no time like the present to grind. Back to broken words. Now the trouble was, my computer was actually broken. I could spend $10 of my $32 to repair it. However, I thought, no, let's upgrade it. And what better way to upgrade than replacing my stock ear defenders with actual headphones? They've got a built-in microphone. Now, it was at this point I realized I don't actually have the money to fix my computer, and I can't make more money because I can't make any more videos. However, a parcel had arrived. It was my headphones. This would cheer me up, surely. It appears not. The goat was not such a goat anymore. I decided to ask Billy if he could lend me a tenner, and being the good lad he is, he gave me a job. He said if I can edit his video for him and upload it to YouTube, he'll give me a tenner. I was like, brilliant. He posted his footage, and then my bloody girlfriend came barging in. I'd forgotten to go to work for like 3 days, and then it clicked. If I go to work, I'll earn some money. That's exactly where I went. Now, being a civil engineer with only 9 years experience, my day-to-day is either washing my boss's car, shining my boss's shoes, or getting him his favourite newspaper. So that's exactly what I did. And I returned home 52 quid better off. I was like, it's time to fix the PC. Best 10 quid I've ever spent. An actual tech guy shows up and literally fixes it for me. Don't look through my history, mate. You don't want to see that. You do not want to see that. Nice. I was back in business. But I knew I had no choice. I had to get back to work. No rest for the wicked. But I'd done it. I'd returned home from work. I knew I had an upcoming test in 7 hours' time. So I thought, better get a nap in. And my girlfriend wanted to speak to me, but I was far too hungry for that. Quick trip to the fridge. Fill myself back up. And it was time to play another game. No time to speak to her. I knew I could play my friend's game, Lort, Battle for Upper Earth. I was paid to play Lort. Alright, my girlfriend gave me another hug, and then Billy rudely interrupted. I was just about to get lucky, but damn it, Bill, what do you want, man? Oh my god, I forgot what Billy's voice was like. That was literally terrifying. I don't really know what that was all about. Thankfully, he had just paid me, and check out my cash flow. 69 big ones. I'd basically made it. And suddenly, with my newfound wealth, everyone wanted something from me. My girlfriend had run out of waxing strips. She wasn't happy. She stormed off after she took some cash off me. Billy showed up, and being the nice guy he is, he offered me free advertising. What a legend. Cheers, Bill. And then it was time to make another video. Gary Still Plays Part 1. Another incredible hit, and my interest was on its way back up again. I decided to go back to work, and it was time.
The shiny shoes, governor.
It was around this point, me and Billy had a big fallout. You didn't come with me to the convention. Oh god, I completely forgot, mate. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I wanted to ask you... Oh no. He's going to ask for his game back, isn't he? He's going to ask for his game. I'm going to be ruined. I'm going to be ruined. Would you like to be my roommate? Yes, Billy. Yes. Boys on tour. You have to pay 2 months rent in advance. That's 160 quid. But I've only got 90. Oh, I'm going to have to grind. At least I've got a target now. Come on, yes. It was time for the top 10 Gray Still Plays moment. You won't believe number 7. And several more days of sleeping, eating, and clickbaiting. So we finally had enough money to move out. I'm not entirely sure what happens to my girlfriend at this stage. I think our relationship was just a bit ropey. We both needed our own space. But I knew this was the best step for my YouTube career. And just like that, we'd moved out and into this incredible apartment. I no longer had to put up with lousy decorations. I could eat my own food. I had a mini fridge by my bed. Then it dawned on me, I had to buy my own food from now on. And my favorite shaped food was 15 quid. It was time to invest in a new game. Popularity for League of Giants and Broken Words were tumbling. I decided it was FPS time. Would I go with Fail Out, or would I go with the classic Counter Streak? Now, I like being naked, so Counter Streak it was.
You what?
Whilst I waited that to arrive, I decided to invest in myself. But just as I was about to pick a course, this mysterious box lady appeared, and then disappeared. So I carried on, but then I realized my bookshelf was a pay-as-you-go bookshelf, and I didn't earn enough money. I needed a way to earn more money quickly. A quick video on Counter Streak could help. I was particularly pleased with my pun. And this new video is going to be a beast. 21 hours to render. However, it paid off. Popularity and interest was booming. However, it wasn't good enough. I only had $30 to my name. Then my PC broke, meaning I had to hire another repairman. But then I received an email. My first ever sponsorship by Blazing Stud. Now, it wasn't paid, but it was a free game, so I accepted that. However, the money situation was getting real. I was getting more and more hungry. There was only one hot dog left in the fridge. And whilst I had a sleep, while Billy just weirdly stood in my room, came up with an incredible idea. I could go on my computer, head to the shop that's only full of great ideas, and I could buy fans. Now, this would kickstart my channel for sure. Meanwhile, I took a trip to a release presentation of a new game, and whilst at the after party, I decided to talk to the developer. Conversation was going well. The back of his head seemed really amused with what I was saying. So I decided to ask for the game. We got a little bit close, but the things I'll do for a free game. The things I'll do. This was long before social distancing. So I bumped into my girlfriend's best friend, and I thought I'd better ask, how's she doing? Is she coping okay without me? Thankfully, it turns out she was fine. Wasn't missing me one bit. So I decided to head back, but not before posing for the press.
Okay, that's enough posing. You can come out. Nobody knows you.
Oh, he was right. It was time to head home and work on my channel. Well, my fan had arrived, and I'd been bloody conned, wasn't I? It was an actual fan. Anyway, my new sponsored game had arrived, Blazing Stud, but I didn't own the Z-Box. I had to buy the console. So instead, the entrepreneur in me decided to sell the game. You paid $25. Oh, no, I didn't. It was free. And I received $6. That's free $6 in the bag. And that's how we ended up here. My secret to 200,000 subscribers in 1 year. Hope you enjoyed that one. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, give the video a like. Hit the old subscribe button if you haven't yet. And I'll catch you next time. Peace, love, and clickbait.